Alright guys, the video that I just put up of the unloader is in this silo. This is a roto feeder. It goes all the way around the silo. It spins around the silo, and as it spins, the silage falls out, piles it up. It usually runs around twice. It's got a little rubber wheel that drives it around. I have another video of it already. So these are some of the calves. Be weaning here, and we're going to give them shots in October, and then we'll wean in probably November, maybe. Depends on the weather. See how everything's holding up. See how the calves look. This is a creep area right here. Just some old troughs here, just made out of some junk. This is like an old oil barrel, and that was a hay elevator. I'm not going to go and buy those plastic ones and now the calves stay in it and bust them all to pieces. So this is how we're doing this now. There's a creep gate right here. Cows get this side and the back section, and the calves get this pasture. Cows don't get in here. This is actually our calving pasture. We're over here every day feeding, so as we see one getting close, we put it over here. See calves in a fresh field. Try to cut down on skyers. We didn't have any skyers on this farm this year for doing this in a fresh, clean pasture. We did have skyers at the home place. We don't have a calving pasture over there like this one's set up different. Some people probably think we're nuts for feeding these cows silage all year. Yeah, they get fed all year. They do have pasture. They are limited on pasture. This is all fenced in. Many years that we've put corn in here and turned them in on the corn stalks and pasture them on it for a long time. They do really good on that. They really hold their weight well on it. Angus are good converters of crap to fat. So the reason why we feed silage all year, seems like a lot of work, but we enjoy it. We farm, we like it, so we like to work. And really, the dairy paid for this, all this stuff, and it paid for everything at the home place. It was here. It was actually in good working order when we got out of the dairy. I had a lot of new parts on it. So that's why we run cows over here. Actually, if you can get a cheap tall corn and plant it, and if you just spray a pre-emergent down on the corn, and then wait till it gets a little bit taller, right before it starts to shade the ground, and cultivate it if you have time, your actually cost per acre, per ton, is relatively cheap. And if you have a good year, tall corn, like this year, you got corn left over. So you can shell all that and feed to these calves and background them. So that one field and this little bit of pasture over here is enough for these cows. They have pasture over here on this other side of these trees, but like I said, it's not much. You need a lot of room to pasture all the time if you don't want to run them in paddocks. So we get a crop of wheat, we get straw, and we get a crop of beans off this one side. We're going to plant this in wheat, and if we can get them off early enough, we're going to plant wheat over here. This will be for grain purposes and straw on this side. We'll cut this wheat, roll it, and then we'll wrap the hay for next year, next winter. And then we still got the back section for hay. We also cut this pasture for hay on this side. I don't think I got any videos of that. Now we're going to start shelling next week. All we're going to shell is the ground that we plan on putting barley on. The reason for that is barley has to be in by October 15th, and we want to go ahead and get a good start on it. We bought some winter hardy barley, and it comes in a big bag, and we've never got anything in a big bag. We've always handled smaller sacks and done everything by hand. So I don't know if y'all know, I'm sure you all do, but if you know much about it, the best way to handle those, let me know. The guy told us you just scoop it out with a bucket and dump it in your drill. So I don't know. We're going to get the barley, we're trying to get the barley in this week. The 8360, update on it. They put all new solenoids on the transmission, and it's still shifting hard. They said it's a gear inside the transmission that's got a hard spot on it. It does shift. It takes it a second, but it's kind of hard at full throttle. We're not going to split the transmission to do it. We're going to use it until it gets to where we can't use it anymore. They said it shouldn't be too much harm on it. It's up to us, really, so we're going to use it. We're going to keep the fluid changed in it and use it. But I mean, when you buy used equipment, you work on it. That's what it is. You buy new, it's under warranty. They work on it. So we'll be using it to disc with. I'll try to get some videos of that. I'm going to try to get some videos of shelling the corn, and I'm going to try to get some videos of disking. Maybe a little bit of bush hogging and planting the barley and the steps going through all that. Just I mean, most of y'all know, but I'll do a video on it anyway. All farms are different. Hardly any of them are exactly the same. Everybody does stuff different. Really, we can wean these calves and sell them. Maybe 30 days weaned and sell them. People don't want calves that are pulled off a cow and sent to the stockyards. I know I don't want one like that. We bought them before, and that's what we've had to deal with: sickness and depression in cattle, and it's not a good way to do it. We'll try to wean them. They get to see their mamas every day, but they're on the other side of the fence. They get nose-to-nose contact, and cattle are social animals. You'd be surprised at how much, if they get to see another calf, it makes them happy, especially mama. So we've had pretty good luck with that. It'd be fine to go ahead and sell them now because the price has been coming up, and sometimes if you hold on to cattle for a long time and try to get all the poundage you can, the price goes down and you end up just doing a lot of work for nothing. Sometimes you just gotta say, hey, I'm satisfied with a little bit, and just go ahead and take off. You might say, man, I wish I would have had them cattle, but you gotta be satisfied with what you're doing. We try to do the same thing every year, so we are going to background these calves. We're going to keep some heifers. We're going to develop these heifers in this field, and we're going to take some of these cows and move them over to the house and put them in the hoop barn. That's going to be a new adventure for us. We calved some of the barn last year, and it worked out pretty good. So I've gone on long enough. Thanks for watching.